Oh yeah, baby. Arizona World Heavyweight Champion back here again. Yeah, in this little review here, I'm just going to talk about arcade classic called Xevious. Yeah, it's a weird name, and you're controlling some ship called the Xevious or something. Something weird anyways. Yeah, the cool thing about this little shoot 'em up is that it's based on an arcade classic from 1982 to 83. Yeah, Atari brought it over here in North America. It was a huge hit and everything, even though we're going through the whole market crash then. Xevious was a very big deal, yeah. This wasn't your typical single screen gallery shoot 'em up like a Galatian or Space Invaders. You know, all those games that were popular way back in the 70s and early 80s. Xevious did something different. So it felt more like an adventure. There are 16 stages to the game, but it's all seamless. It doesn't like go to like new areas or anything. No, the stages are sort of represented by huge patches of bush or green grass, and then boom, you're in the new area. And yeah, it just loops after that. At first you're fighting weak little saucer enemies that just look like little plates that might throw slow moving bullets at you. And then when you get further onto the game, you get huge heat-seeking bowling balls. For early 1980s video game, it was very impressive. And when it came out on the Famicom in 1984, it was a big deal. Everybody loved Xevious. It was amazing. Namco was making a lot of money for Nintendo, and they were making a lot of money for themselves, so they were a big deal. But the problem is Namco wanted a bigger piece of the pie because they had to pay a whole bunch of licensing fees to Nintendo, and they wanted a better deal, and Nintendo said no, so fuck off. And Namco said fine, then we'll make games for the Mega Drive, PC Engine, and all that shit. Yeah, and that includes Xevious here. So instead of being one of the most impressive launch games for the original Nintendo, no. Yeah, this game was released out in 1988, and whoa, was it showing its age. Everything looks very flat, you don't have any textures. I remember renting this game as a kid and being so disappointed because there were so many other shooters back then. Yeah, these games were released like months apart, but you think of games like Legendary Wings, like I already reviewed, is light years ahead of Xevious here. Bandai even released a game called Dragon Spirit here, which is pretty much a spiritual successor to Xevious, and it looks so much better than this. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, as bad as the graphics are, the music is even worse. It's just one annoying 4-second loop of it sounds like your toaster is malfunctioning or something. Yeah, it's just awful. You don't got any fancy power-ups? No. You just got the basic air shots, you can bomb, but that's it. It's all basic action. Now, I won't say it's all bad because there is some beauty to its simplicity. You can still bomb certain areas that help you get some bonus points or even some extra lives. And if you get enough points, you can still continue playing by getting extra 1-ups. And it's always fun to go after that high score. Now, of course, it doesn't save your high score or anything. This game is as basic as it gets, but Xevious is still a great arcade port. If you found like a lot of secret areas in the arcade version, they're still here in the NES one. And that's awesome. It's almost one for one. Xevious here, yeah, it's old. It's your grandpa's favorite shoot 'em up. I say, you know, give it a chance if it's cheap enough, and it probably will be. Xevious here on the 8-bit Nintendo. If only it came out sooner. This came out during the late 1980s, and we had so many cool vertical shoot 'em ups. Man, did Xevious ever look ancient by that time. But it still plays well. I like the fact that you can bomb targets on the ground, and it has a cool boss. Yeah, just a singular boss, but it was very cool to fight back then. And it's still a challenge now. The challenge is still there, and that's what makes Xevious kind of fun, even though it's very antiquated now. I give Xevious here for original 8-bit Nintendo, Xevious the Avenger! Yeah, I don't know why they gave it that stupid surname, but it's not a sequel, it's just Xevious. Hell, it doesn't even say the Avenger on the title screen. Nope, just Xevious. I give it a 52 out of 100. Although I was a disappointed kid way back in the 1980s when I first rented this, I can appreciate it now. The NES version is at least a good port of the arcade classic. And it's probably one of the best ports out there. It's just a shame that we couldn't get the game earlier here on the NES so we could appreciate it better. Yeah, if you see this game cheap, why the hell not? It's a straight up vertical shoot 'em up. Very basic, but still kind of fun if you lower your expectations. Okay, this is the one and only Star Soldier 1 Arizona World Heavyweight Champion. Over and out. Ah, my toaster.